What do you enjoy doing during a pandemic? Well, for me, I'm going to have a Corona. But do it safely. This is going to be a really, really quick monologue, and the reason being, you do know there's other more important things happening this week than this never-ending COVID-19, never-ending coronavirus breaking news, which isn't breaking because it's the same old, same old. I mean, we've got the mayor in Los Angeles, Garcetti. He's offering to pay people to snitch and narc on their neighbors. Unbelievable. We have California now. They're arresting people for sitting in their car looking at the beach. Sitting in their car. They're not even outside the vehicle. They're in their car and they're being ticketed and arrested. All of this being conditioned to,
well, it's just for our safety, and people really weren't listening, so, they have to kind of go over the top to get us to pay attention.
no, they're conditioning you to live in a police state. They're conditioning you because ultimately, like over in Denmark, they've decided the best way to deal with this, the best way to control this, you need a chip. You need a computer chip in you so that they know where you are, but hey, they're doing it under the guise of health. It will also let the powers that be know if you're healthy or not. Because if you're sick, they want to be able to help you, and they don't want you contaminating other people. Really? The computer chip? Is this Mark of the Beast kind of stuff from the book of Revelation? But hey. Even Adam Schiff thinks it's a good idea now to reboot and retool the intelligence community. You know, that group of deep staters that tried to pull off a soft coup against President Donald Trump by fabricating and creating evidence and a storyline about Russian collusion. Well, now, Adam Schiff for brains wants them to be empowered not only to warn the government about terror attacks, terror plots, some rogue nation that's planning on invading Utah. He wants the intelligence community to now be tracking and warn us of the next pandemic.
We're reviewing, for example, as part of our oversight function, what the Intelligence Committee knew and what it was reporting early on. And I think we're going to have to examine, does the intelligence community need to give greater attention to health threats when it's traditionally focused more on hard targets, on terrorism? And I think that's just one small piece of it.
Now, you know what that's about, right? They are selling us on a total and complete police state. You have Bill Gates out there. I've been saying since 2015 we're not ready for a pandemic. Gee, it's funny that you and some of the key members of President Trump's Corona task force sit on the same World Council advisory of pandemic issues where we surrender our individual rights, we surrender our sovereignty to go with a one world global way of dealing with this. You know you're being lied to. You can't even get these experts to decide should you wear a mask or shouldn't you. The CDC says wear it. The Surgeon General says don't wear it. My wife is a registered nurse, and I can tell you she has to go through periodic training, especially now, the proper way to put on and take off the mask. The proper way to put on and take off gloves so that you don't actually contaminate your hands while taking them off. You're far better off not doing any of that. You have a better shot of getting sick, putting that stuff on and off when you don't know what you're doing. It'd be far better for you not to have to wear any of that nonsense and just wash your hands, brush your teeth, rinse your mouth, gargle. Take good personal care of yourself. We're not seeing the big spike like they predicted. Why? The death rate's actually gone down for 2 days in New York. Oh, that's to be expected. This could reboot and come back. We now have a tiger that has it. And you know, the tiger was apparently exhibiting symptoms of corona. So they swabbed him, and sure enough, Shazam, Batman, he's got it. Human beings can't get the test, but a tiger at the zoo did. And they got the other tigers in the cage quarantined just in case. And you know we are going to spend how many hundreds of thousands of dollars of taxpayer money to get this tiger over corona. Recently I saw a documentary, if you want to call that Netflix special, on the Tiger King, you know, that wacko, polygamist, homosexual zookeeper from Oklahoma who tried to off an animal rights activist down in Florida, but she actually fed her first husband to lions. I mean, you can't, we're so out of our minds right now, we'll watch any crap that Netflix puts on. But according to that documentary, and I use that term really loosely, there are supposedly now more tigers, more big cats living in captivity in the United States than live in the wild in the jungle. Okay, let me help you what to do with Corona Kitty. Bang, done. Like you would a horse. I know, every libloon just about went into collective heart failure when I said that. But this is where we're at. And these are the people guiding us, leading us, setting our policy, setting our agenda, telling us you must do things safely. It is for your own good. I'm sick of it. I'm done playing the game. And as I told you, there's far more important things going on this week. This is the week which we remember the death, the burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. I held churches for Palm Sunday. Yeah, in fact, you can find it on YouTube. Plain Church. Oh, you didn't hear me? Plain Church on YouTube. We're doing a big Easter service. Now, we're doing it kind of fun and old school. We're doing it like a drive-in movie theater. People will pull in, they can sit in their cars and be safe, and we will be broadcasting the service into their FM radio. The service itself will take place outside. We've got praise and worship, communion, goodies for the kids, and I'll be preaching a message. No, I didn't shut the church down. I'll tell you exactly why. The church is supposed to be a safe haven, a harbor where people can go and find peace and find hope and find comfort in the time of upheaval, in the time of turmoil. And I guarantee you, we're keeping our church facility far cleaner and more sanitized than Home Depot and the supermarket of your choice that you're going to. I guarantee it. But what's so important about this week, we all love Christmas. Christmas is a wonderful time of the year. I love Christmas. Celebrating the birth of Christ and having presents and being together as family. It's a wonderful time. But scripturally speaking, we're not commanded to remember his birth. Agnostics, doubters, secularists, historians, they concede the fact that a man named Jesus was actually born and lived. Now they'll call him a teacher, they'll call him a rabbi, they'll call him a religious leader, but they don't accept his divinity. What makes Easter so powerful, so important? Jesus Christ, crucified, dead, and rose again. And if they can disprove the resurrection of Jesus Christ, then the entire faith system of Christianity implodes and it collapses. That's why this week is so important. It's important because it reminds us that Jesus Christ came to pay the ultimate price to redeem man. He laid his life down as a sacrifice for our sin, for our iniquity. And you better believe we're having church Sunday. And let me encourage you, find someplace having church in your area. Don't just watch it online. Don't just watch it on Facebook Live. Don't just watch some televangelist. Find a church service in your area.
Well, Pastor Marty, nobody's having it.
I promise you, there's some renegade pastors out there that are having them. Find one. This is a week the church needs to come together. Amazing thing happen when you get together. You start getting faith, and faith births hope. Hope births expectation. Good stuff happening. Pray for the president. He's under enormous pressure, and the powers that be, the globalists, who have absolutely blown this pandemic out of any sense of reason or responsibility or sanity. And you better believe that no good lying Dr. Fauci is in this up to his eyeballs. We need to pray for the president, pray that he makes good decisions, pray for his protection, because the powers that be, they are really circling the wagons now. This is their last best chance to get him out of office. We need to stay strong. We need to stay sane. And we need a little good old-fashioned patriotic rebellion. By that I mean, live your life. Hey, that's it for this rant. Thank you so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up. Make sure that you have smacked the bell to get notification of my rants. You got to click the word all or they won't tell you. Subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much. Now, I'm going to go finish my coronavirus cigar.